all the time and most of the books aren't that good. This is not a TV book. This is a real book. It's really good. She writes about the costs that Trumpism is extracting from us as a country, and she writes about how to fix it. Honestly, I got to tell you, I have read a million books on this subject. Barbara McQuaid's book is better than 99.9% of them. It is impeccably researched. It's with like 1,600 plus footnotes to prove it. It is thorough and incisive. It's very, very well written. And she's not only observing what's going on and cataloging all of it, including a whole bunch of stuff that I had forgotten about. She's also done the reading, right? She's done her homework to be able to synthesize in really direct terms what it means. And so, as I'm sure you know, there's a lot of books about Trump's bad behavior in office. And there are also a lot of books, particularly a lot of academic books, about how authoritarianism works and how resistance to authoritarianism can work. Barbara McQuaid's book is the first book I have read that does a best-in-class job at combining both of those things. And she adds something totally new to it. She calls on her experience as a really accomplished federal prosecutor to paint a picture of this particular variety of authoritarian governance as something that is that doesn't really have much of an ideology. It's like less ideological, less political even, and more just like crime. She makes a case that specifically Trump's form of governance is a lot like organized crime, where there's a boss and there's crime, and everybody kicks up to the boss as part of their crimes, and there's a whole territory full of civilians out there who are basically just there to be stolen from and extorted and intimidated and otherwise victimized, right? That's us. That's America under the mob-style government that Barbara McQuaid explicates here. So, listen, I'll be totally honest. I really love Barb. I think she's one of the best people on our air on any subject. I really think she's great. I have a lot of admiration for her, and that means, yes, I would probably say good things about her book, even if it wasn't good. But this one is really, really good. It's going to end up being one of the definitive accounts of Trump's return to power. And when we do get onto rebuilding our government and rebuilding our democracy so it can never happen again, I really think that this book is going to be part of that blueprint for doing that. The book is called The Fix: Saving America from the Corruption of a Mob-Style Government. It's by Barbara McQuaid. It's really, really, really good. Barbara McQuaid joins us here next. Stay with us. Like the head of a crooked political machine or a criminal organization, Trump uses power not just to lead, but to dominate. He makes threats or applies pain to his targets, forcing them to beg for mercy. And once they accede to his power, he controls them. This is a book about power, how it is acquired, how it is abused, and how we, the people, can take it back. Barbara McQuaid has written a book that is so much better than it needs to be. Honestly, this is the kind of book that makes me want her to run for president or something, or at least for her to be in charge of the Department of Fixing Stuff, right? The Department of Re-Democratizing the country once we get onto the other side of this authoritarian disaster we have sleepwalked into. I can't speak highly enough of it. It's called The Fix: Saving America from the Corruption of a Mob-Style Government. Barbara McQuaid, of course, the former U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Michigan, teaches at the University of Michigan Law School, and she has just written this like shockingly brilliant new book. Barb, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad to be able to talk to you about this.
Oh, gosh, Rachel, thanks so much for having me. It's an honor to be with you. And gosh, what a great introduction. My mother couldn't have scripted it better herself.
Well, I recognize that I am giving you effusive praise, but I really mean it. Like, this is a real book. And I really have read a lot of books that purport to do something like this. And you are doing, you're doing it better than anybody. And you are combining a really sophisticated, nuanced, clear understanding of authoritarianism in the world with a really specific recounting of exactly how it's working here. And it's just, I've never seen anybody do it that well. Can you just describe to me your impetus for writing it, why you wanted to do it, what you thought you wanted to bring to it that other people hadn't?
Thanks. I think that the way I see what is happening in Trump's America is very equivalent to some of the cases I prosecuted in the U.S. Attorney's Office. And it is a way of grabbing power from other people. It is by inflicting pain on other people in an effort to get them to bend and give you what they want. It is about using leverage, rewards, and other kinds of power to control behavior. And it's something we certainly saw in public corruption cases like the Kilpatrick case that you mentioned. It's something we've seen in mob cases, organized crime bosses do the same kind of thing. Elements of fraud, lying to people, telling them what they want to hear so that you can deceive them and take things without their really even knowing that you're doing it. And so through that lens, I really see some comparisons to what President Trump and his allies are doing. And I wanted to try to explain it to the American people. But of course, I also want to propose some solutions to this thing, just as we prosecuted these kinds of criminals who were fixing the system or rigging the system. There's a fix for all of these things. And so I wanted to share those perspectives as well in hopes that we can get out from under these challenging times in American history to restore that power to the people.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you about the Kilpatrick case. You open the book sort of very dramatically with this testimony of a Detroit contractor who basically had been a straight businessman, but under Kwame Kilpatrick's corrupt administration in Detroit, this guy lost his city contracts because he wouldn't pay kickbacks. And so then he, I shouldn't say unavoidably, but he, because of that, became corrupt too. He also started paying kickbacks because that was the only way that you could be in city business. So that contractor's name is Tom Hardiman. I guess I wanted to ask you, what should he have done instead? Because in my mind, I'm extrapolating from him to like ABC News having one of those BS lawsuits brought against them by Trump, or